Hi guys, welcome to Markspace. On this week's cybersecurity news, Israel's Independence Day disrupted by cyber attacks on news outlets and government websites. Hackers breach hookup websites and steal personal messages and emails. But first, cyber criminals sentenced to prison for $1.7 million heist on Indian bank. Let's jump straight in. The cyber attack on Cosmos Cooperative Bank in India in August 2018 resulted in the theft of $1.76 million. The bank reported two separate cyber attacks with cyber criminals using malware to attack the ATM infrastructures from its core switching system, ensuring that systems did not receive real-time information about cash withdrawals from ATMs. The cyber criminals carried out more than 12,000 transactions at overseas ATMs using cloned Visa debit cards and more than 2,800 transactions at domestic ATMs using cloned RuPay debit cards, stealing up to $1.76 million in under 4 hours. The second attack involved cyber criminals targeting the SWIFT infrastructure to fraudulently transfer $1.7 million to a Hong Kong-based bank account. The cyber crime cell of Pune Police later took over the investigation and arrested 7 suspected money mules in September 2018. For those who don't know, a money mule is someone who transfers or moves illegally acquired money on behalf of someone else. The police did not name the threat actor responsible for these attacks, but the United Nations, in a 2019 report, attributed the theft to North Korea. The totalitarian regime has long supported criminal activities, including financially motivated hacking, in quest for the money it uses to fund the development of weapons of mass destruction. The UN investigation found that 3 key layers of defense outlined in Interpol's banking ATM attack mitigation recommendations were circumvented by a well-organized and tightly coordinated operation. In response to a wave of ATM attacks, including one against Banco de Chile, the US government warned banks to watch out for warning signs of similar occurrences. On April 15, 2023, a judicial magistrate first-class court in Pune passed an order convicting 11 accused of stealing up to $1.76 million from Cosmos Cooperative Bank. The Pune Police Cybercrime Cell said that 9 of the accused will serve 4 years and 2 will serve 3 years in prison. All 11 accused were sentenced after admitting to their role in the cybercrime heist. Crime doesn't pay after all. On our second news, Anonymous Sudan strikes again. Anonymous Sudan, an activist group, has once again targeted Israeli websites, launching cyber attacks on Israeli Independence Day. The group claimed responsibility for a distributed denial of service DDoS attack that brought down the websites of major Israeli news outlets, Maariv and the Jerusalem Post, as well as Israel Ports Authority and Meretz political party. In a statement released on Telegram, the group explained that the attack was in response to Israeli celebration of the occupation of Palestine. They also claimed to have targeted several other Israeli websites, including those of the Health Ministry, Shin Bet, which is Israel's security agency, Israel Security Authority, the Hive Port, and Walla. This isn't the first time the Anonymous Sudan has targeted Israeli websites. In fact, on April 14th, the group claimed responsibility for a similar attack that hit several Israeli banks and its subsidiaries. The group has also targeted other Israeli news sites in the past, such as the Jerusalem Post, Kan, and I-24. The recent cyber attacks by Anonymous Sudan highlight the growing threat of activism, where groups or individuals use cyber attacks as a form of political protest or to advance a political agenda. Activist groups like Anonymous Sudan have become increasingly active in recent years, using DDoS attack and other methods to target governments, corporations, and other organizations that they perceive as enemies. The impact of cyber attacks can be significant, causing financial losses, reputational damage, and even physical harm. In the case of Israel, the cyber attacks by Anonymous Sudan could also have a wider geopolitical implication, further straining already tense relationship between Sudan and Israel. Finally, hackers breach hookup websites and steal personal messages and emails. While the news of data breach is never a laughing matter, the names of the dating websites involved in this particular incident certainly raise an eyebrow. City Jerks and Trucker Soccer may have thought they were being clever with their provocative names, but it seems they also caught the attention of hackers. According to reports, the stolen data includes username, email, addresses, passwords, profile pictures, sexual orientation, users' date of birth, their city and state, their IP address, and biographies. The passwords were scrambled with a weak algorithm that could potentially be broken, leaving users vulnerable to further hacking attempts. Interestingly, the administrator of both websites did not respond to a request for comment, leaving users wondering what steps are being taken to protect their data and prevent future breaches. It remains to be seen how this will impact the reputation and user base of city jerks and trucker soccer. But one thing is for sure, the internet is a wild and sometimes unpredictable place. So, as always, it's important to take precautions when sharing personal information online and to stay vigilant about potential data breaches. Hi, this is Markspace, and we've come to the end of this week's cybersecurity news. If you want to be getting news of this nature, please like, share, subscribe, and do remember to click on the notification button. See you again next week. Stay safe.